Hey, I'm Mr. Lifestyle, Jamie Swindell. When I became a contract trainer over a decade ago, I used to get very excited about receiving hand claps, standing ovations, and glowing evaluations that would say things like, "This is the best seminar I've ever attended. Jamie is the greatest trainer in the universe. He's so sexy, I just want to have his kids." I've heard it all. And while those comments made me feel good, of course, they did not make me any money. I learned the hard way that evaluations don't pay bills. In fact, try to cover your mortgage payment with some evaluations and see if your home does not enter foreclosure. I learned that in order to be a successful contract trainer that could create the lifestyle that you really desire, there's two things you must do. Number one, give a good seminar, deliver high quality content, satisfy and amaze the attendees with the information that comes out of your mouth. That's number one. Number two, you must engage them in third-party resources. You must encourage them to take advantage of the tools that your company provides, because it's those resources that really makes the lasting change. They only have 6 hours with you. There's only so much you can do in 6 hours, but they can listen to those DVDs, CDs, whatever it is, webinars over and over and over again, and we all know that repetition is the mother of all learning. The challenge is, I thought I was doing it. I thought I was making the case for why they need to take advantage of these tools, but they would not. They would just look at me like, yeah, that sounds good. Maybe next seminar. Or I got to talk to my spouse. I don't have any money right now. I need to go shopping. I need to pick up some shoes. Christmas is coming around. You know, all kinds of excuses. And the famous one, I have to ask my boss. If I can get approval from my boss, my mommy, my daddy, then I'll go ahead and take advantage of it. To drive me crazy. And no matter what I would try to do, I couldn't get past those things. By the end of my first year, I was doing so bad that my seminar company started reassigning the seminars they gave to me to other trainers. They would take them away and give them to other people. And man, that just hurt so bad, because I realized that I'm at the bottom of the totem pole, right? And I hate being last in anything. I believe I was designed to be number one. I believe number two is the first place losers. I mean, that's just the way I was born. So to be last, it just frustrated me. All right, and I said, you know what, this hurts so bad that I gotta do something different. And see, up to this point, it was my arrogance and my stupidity that had me believing that I could just figure this out on my own. I figured if I just kept training and kept doing the same thing over and over again, if I work harder, faster, then hopefully at some point, manna will fall down from heaven and everything would just click and I'd be number one. Wrong answer. No, I was whatever the last number was. I was bad. And so I said, all right, that's it. It's time for me to do something different if I want different results. So I hired a coach. Hired somebody that was really good at sales. They were not a contract trainer though. They kind of taught general sales, but I needed something. Anything was better than what I was doing. And I started reading a lot of books and going to many seminars around North America on topics like influence, persuasion, sales, hypnosis, covert conversations, subliminal messaging, the art of effective storytelling. I mean, all kinds of cool stuff. Anything that would help me communicate better and get my point across and have people take action, I was in that seminar. And these seminars, this knowledge started helping a lot. But it didn't really take me to the next level the way I wanted it to, because this information was more generic. It was not designed for contract training. And what we do is very unique. If you think about it, we have a room full of people who do not know us initially, and most of them don't want to be there. And now you have to somehow convey to them the value of taking out their credit card and investing in some resources within 6 hours. That's very different than other things that we've done. You know, as a keynote speaker, you probably had somebody introduce you. You had some credibility coming in. That company already paid you some good money just to show up. You don't necessarily have to have people take action right there on the spot. This is a totally different game. And see, usually keynote speakers fail miserably at contract training because they think it's the same skill set. It is not. All right, selling your own products is much easier than selling somebody else's, selling some third-party products. This is a totally different game. All right, and so I said, you know what, I got to figure out a way to dial this stuff in and make it work for what I'm doing. All right, and I spent a long time going through all these different strategies and techniques and tactics and getting rid of the ones that don't fit what we do and getting the ones that do fit. And I created a system that's duplicatable. I cracked the code on contract training. What do I mean by that? Check it out. And in my first year, I was earning less than minimum wage in contract training. By my 5th year, I was earning 6 figures and only working 1 week per month. Holla at your boy. That's the difference. Now, I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying that because it impresses me. I know where I was, I know where I am now, and they're light years apart. But what I'm more excited about is that I've been able to help a lot of trainers that were in my same situation produce similar results. And that's what I'm really all about. I love giving back, I love teaching, I love showing people how to create the lifestyle they really deserve. And so what I've decided to do is I've created a 1.5-day event called the Mr. Lifestyle Experience. And over these 1.5 days, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about how to create a 6-figure income in contract training. Everything we talk about is going to be specifically designed for what we do as contract trainers. We're not going to be talking about keynoting. We're not talking about car sales, infomercials, you know, some other type of sales thing. We're talking about what we do, because as contract trainers, we are part teacher, part salesman. Face the fact, baby, we got to do both of them. And so we're going to focus on that second part, because I know if you're like me, you're probably good at the teaching part or you wouldn't be a contract trainer. So let's say we got that. Okay, let's put that to the side. Now let's focus on the second piece, the selling aspect of it. Imagine this, just imagine coming out of the Mr. Lifestyle Experience, you start applying the information that I share with you, and then when you give your offer in your seminar, imagine a stampede of people rushing to you with their order forms in hand for your resources. That's what we're going to learn. How do you do that? How do you move people to action that day? Not thinking about it later, not having to call the boss and all this other stuff. How do you get them to see the value of what you're talking about for themselves, making a personal investment that day in the room? Also, we'll look at corporate sales too. You know, it's not a bad idea to have a major company purchase lots of products for their whole entire organization because of you. That's not bad too. So we'll look at that as well. But the key is we're going to dial in to the sales aspect. Okay, this is not a touchy-feely seminar where everyone gives a group hug and we learn about how do we save the ozone layer and the trees and just follow our passion and just live life and hopefully it all works out. No, 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 that's not this. The sole purpose of the Mr. Lifestyle Experience is to show you how to take those hand claps and turn them into huge checks. Cash, dividends, bills, C-notes, okay? That's what this seminar is about. So if that speaks to you, I look forward to seeing you there.